What a do, Direct Nation.
Okay, there is a ton of stuff going on at PlayStation right now in what I like to call the post-Concord era that we have to cover. Stuff like new first-party game announcements, another piece of hardware for ponies to collect, just in case they have any money left over after buying the $700 PS5 Pro, and giving a scalper $200 for the mysteriously hard-to-find disk drive. But the biggest thing Sony enjoyers have been looking forward to is another PlayStation Showcase for them to call mid. It's been about 5,000 years since Sony had the last one, which ended with a Spider-Man 2 gameplay showcase back when the only thing the internet could find to hate on Insomniac for was water physics. Regardless, whenever one of these events drops, everyone tunes in, and fans have sat through 4 state of plays this year, praying that each of them would end with the announcement of a showcase. And just when all hope was lost, a deleted PlayStation commercial got us ponies hyped up again when a blink and you'll miss it scene had an Easter egg pointing to the 30th anniversary celebration of Sony's flagship console. Many began speculating and forming prayer circles around this being the date of the actual showcase, while the leak god himself, Jeff Grubb, threw some cold water on it by saying he personally hadn't heard about a state of play or showcase in December. We've got some new information that might let you put away the copium inhaler and get genuinely excited about a proper showcase. But first, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free and helps more PlayStation enjoyers stay informed. And as a thank you, here's a picture of Bloodborne. Alright, so since the Concord disaster, which may have cost Sony up to $400 million, they've been making some very interesting moves. Recently, they confirmed a strategy of releasing multiple major PlayStation exclusives every year, starting in 2025, with one of them being Ghost of Yotei. They've also been looking to expand their roster of studios and are reportedly in the process of buying Kadokawa, the company that owns From Software, creators of the 2022, potentially 2024, Game of the Year, Elden Ring. A move like this would certainly have a huge impact on the industry if it goes through, mainly for Xbox players. But Sony isn't done there. In addition to working on the PlayStation 6, Sony is reportedly developing a new handheld that will be a direct competitor to the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2. Sony saw Nintendo making billions from putting out 480p 20 FPS games for 10 years and is hoping to take some of that market share by allowing you to play PS5 games wherever you want. It's probably too early in development for a proper announcement at a PlayStation event, but a showcase seems much more likely after this latest news. We previously heard that Sony was preparing something for Marvel's Wolverine this year, which was co-signed by Jeff Grubb, who said the game was pretty far along in development and he expects to be shown something soon. Recently, we heard from the extremely reliable insider Bilbil that PlayStation was preparing a lot of stuff behind the scenes and that some fresh news was coming. This could include something new for God of War developer Santa Monica. Legendary yapper Chris Judge recently debunked reports that he confirmed new God of War announcements were coming soon, but we do know the studio is currently cooking. In addition to rumors of a remaster for the original trilogy, based on job postings, it appears Santa Monica is working on an original action game as well as something God of War related. Not to mention Neil Druckmann from Naughty Dog has been working on a secret game since 2020, a game that Troy Baker recently confirmed he'll be part of. Hopefully this role ends better for him than the last Naughty Dog game he was in. But between the new Naughty Dog game, God of War stuff, Marvel's Wolverine, and the Horizon multiplayer game reportedly dropping next year, I think Sony has a great foundation for a new PlayStation event. There's also a chance we get a Spider-Man 2 DLC reveal, but not the kind you're thinking of. Insomniac said they weren't going forward with story DLC, but one of the planned DLCs that got leaked was mostly cosmetics tied to the Spider-Verse, which is getting a fresh wave of marketing both in person and with an upcoming Fortnite collab. It's possible Sony is gearing up for a Beyond the Spider-Verse release date reveal, and it would make sense for Insomniac to cash in, especially since this DLC would be much less work than one that adds hours of new story content. Speaking of the wall crawler, we just had some huge new leaks about the future of Spider-Man at Sony and the MCU, as well as new updates for Avengers Doomsday. Click the video on screen to learn more.